Okay, so hopefully this is functioning. I've been seeing a lot of people doing the whole Doomagent thing, and I figured, why not? I'm gonna have some fun with it. So I made my own using Patcher. It looks like this. I even named it Doomagent. This is version number 3. I'll just put on the volume a bit. Let's have some fun with this, okay? We're gonna put a note in. It's a bit noisy, but you could probably use this as like a. I mean, so this randomly does shit. So. Most of this you can actually automate as well because it's activated in the patcher. I'm gonna do that. So this is the surface controls. Inside of this, this is how it looks. And it's being driven by a vital. It's just 2 sine waves. Well, a basic sine, and then being FM'd by this one that apparently moves really rapidly for some reason. It does this with inharmonic and sync on it, which is connected to macro number 2. Number 3, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, so number 3 is sustain in this corner. I can have like lower thumps and whatnot. I might be adding a controller for the attack so you can get some interesting like results from it. If I do that, for instance, and then what's this? We'll go back into this. You can see that the sustain is up there, but it's going to sound a bit different now. Oh yeah. It also does like a shit ton of random noises in the back for some reason. So what I did was I looked at Mick Gordon's little thing from GDC, and I just followed what he did. I also made a version of this in the effect rack. with only free stuff, like only free plugins and stock plugins from FL Studio. But most of this stuff is free. I think everything in here is free except for the ATshell. So you have a guitar amp, and then you have a tube distortion, you have big crushing, and then you have I use this one instead of what did they have in it? What's something specific? It was the big crush, and then some form of weird glitch output or something. Yeah. So this one has that in it, and then instead of having at the end a splitter, I just went from there directly into the next chain, which is a big crusher, which is free to get, and you can get this for free. And then a compressor, which is also free. You can also get this. And then a phaser from Faceplant. I guess a free pack or something. You get like effects with it. And then another guitar amp at the end. And from there, so the end goes into Maximus. All of these free chains go into Maximus. And then at the end, we have tape delay, I think it is. I think it's a tape delay. I'm not fully sure, but I think it's a tape delay. This is also free. You can get it. Whack Cat. And then another compressor. And then I got a hold of I think this is a reel-to-reel, which is in this thing. So what this does is it takes an input from one side and to the other side, and it just mixes them in between. And there's a few things in here that's on, like for instance, noise bias, tube saturation, mix, output and input, all full. That goes into that's the Diabolique, into a free verb that I found. So the entire sound is being driven by the dry and wet, these two. So as you can hear. So these two are the main sources that drive the big sound. And from there, just by its own, is a free guitar amp. Not sure what this is called. BC free amp VST. But yeah, so I just drove everything in this one to that for the giggles, why not? Let's add some gain. And that goes into a frequency splitter. And let's see what happened when I did that. Some cool effects in this. So that's number one. But I figured, you know, that's all fun and all, but I kind of want to do something else. So I did this one. This is technically the same, but it does something a little bit different. So if we go in here, it still has the same setup as the other one. But it randomizes the noise in the bit crusher down here, the downsampling. I think it's doing that. Yeah, so it's doing downsampling on those. with a P controller, which is randomized. And then on top of that, in this one, every time I press the button that's called randomizer, I get a new kind of noise in the back. And then I put noise level and wet control on these two here. So the result for that was intriguing. So I think I did a big, I don't think I did much of a change in here. Oh, yeah, so I'm gonna change this noise into brown noise. Yeah. So this is gonna be intriguing. So it's technically the same. It's just simple stuff. And also I'm using a randomizer down here in the effects in here. So a big crush and the blend and all that stuff, it's randomized. As well as the reverb is also randomized with randomizer 2. Both are set on sample and hold. And I'm not sure why I have that, but we'll leave that in, I guess. Usually you don't need the compressor in this, but I'll just keep it in there for now. So the result from this one was a bit different. So yeah, so a little bit different. So apparently this sound now does a lot of weird shit. So that was a lot of fun. As I mentioned before, I also did a version for this thing in the effect channel. So I'm just move these down. I don't remember what fucking I don't remember what the fast thing was for this, so I'm just gonna move them down one by one. Down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load up Vital, which is also free, by the way. Load up Vital. And inside of this one, I have made base. And I think it's called base test. Yeah, so it's base test. So this one has a little bit of a few things. I'm gonna add that. Okay, so now we route that to number 1, and then we'll do patcher. And in this, we'll go and load up version 2. And all the stuff in this one is free, all of it. You can find it online. The distortion and all that stuff that I'm using is from G Suite. And it's just guitar amp, just light stuff. So everything in here is free. I mean, except for like the standard FL Studio stuff. In this one, I only have these two in a size. So I'll just do this. Go in and create the vocoder as well. And we'll add a note. Let's see, we'll do 4 again, because why not? I think that's the note he used. So just play it. It's like it doesn't want to play the note that I want. Apparently it doesn't want to work. That's sad. That's a bit sad. Maybe version 1 works. I know one of them works. 2, 1. But yeah, other than that, like the other 2 patcher thing was perfectly fine. Have some fun with it, but yeah. Doesn't seem like it wants to work. That's a bit sad. Oh well. Okay. So anyway, that was my little tool. I mean, we could just load up the first one that I had. Let's play around with it a bit. Fine. I'm blind. P. There we go. We'll just kill this one. We'll load up. Do the number 6. I'm not sure if the 6 is more randomized or something. Maybe 7, I don't know. One of the two. One of the two. Okay. Then we'll just do right. We'll do one there. One there. There you go. I can hear like it's trying to make weird noises in the back there. Oh, that could be interesting. Let's see what this does. Yeah, so you could just play around with this. You can do a couple of notes, and then you can just like record it and just cut it up and put it through like whatever you want, and then you can probably use it. So that's my shitty engine. I hope it was interesting, and hopefully you have use of it. Pieces.